What's going on, everybody? Duan Barrino again, by myself this time, but I have some very special guests in the house. We're still sticking with the AI pivot group that my aunt Can introduced over the past week. So she has a lot more people that are very, very important in this situation. One is actually family again. This one is my cousin, but I'm gonna let her introduce herself first before I let the second guest introduce herself. So, cuz, introduce
What's
yourself.
going on? Hey, cousin. I am Keisha Nicole. I am a prompt engineer. I am a digital artist. I do animation, and I'm an author.
All right, now we have our second guest. We would like for you to introduce yourself. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I am Emilia Felix. I am a consultant with the AI Pivot Group, and I dabble in intellectual property.
All right, all right. Now, everyone, again, remember the situation of speaking about AI and the details that come along with all of the branches that are within AI. These are another two very important parts to the puzzle. So, but there are some things that I want to ask them, as we go along here to kind of make sense of the person behind it. Because the realistic thing that we want to bring with AI is or are human values. What are the human values that are driven behind it to keep that realistic touch? So I want to start off with Amelia first.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
let's get to these questions. There are some things that are very big about what you are and what you bring to the pivot group. On a personal level, are there just give me some personal things about you that build your character to be a part of the AI pivot group, because there are a lot of different phases of it. So what is your strategic manner that you bring to the table for the pivot group?
Dawn, people matter. And it's important to me to show that people are valued. People are seen, being able to work in an industry, and even as we talk about AI, people have a voice. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. And being able to utilize these tools is another form of of self-expression.
Mm.
And it's important to me because growing up for me was a little bit difficult. I just in a different generation. I'm at an age now where um, AI is everywhere. But I remember in high school, like I learned how to type on a typewriter before processing, computers and processing. So being able to move into and utilize tools in an industry that is expanding creativity and ideas and thoughts and being able to pull it all together through these AI tools is incredible. So it's opened up a lot of learning for myself and communities as a whole. So being able to talk about these tools and how we can utilize them helps bring individuals and give them their own voice.
Mm. So there's some things I've been reading about you. And one thing that stood out about you was the situation where about the Sovereign PMO framework, if I'm not mistaken. Does that sound familiar to you?
Yes.
How do you use that concerning how do you use AI and that to turn your visions into a structured framework, so into a trademark in a sense? You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. I've been in project management for a couple of decades now.
Okay.
And, and in building projects and systems and working in different industries and different types of projects, um, it's brought me to where I am currently working as the director of a project management office.
Okay.
And they had absolutely no structure. However, 14 projects, $40 million, multiple grants. The need for that internal infrastructure to be able to run these projects efficiently and effectively, it wasn't there. And I was by myself developing. I was brought in to create this. And so I brought all of my knowledge, the tools that I've used in the past, and I built out this incredible infrastructure, integrated infrastructure. But because I was working with a unique community, not unique and different, but unique because their cultural values are very rooted in everything that we do. And in doing that, and what I found is this is my kind of work. This is because we're valuing people. We want to make sure that they're being seen, they're being heard. These projects are community-based. They're focused for economic development. How are we doing that? And so, in building this, I had all of my documentations, years of knowledge. And I'm like, I realized that I operationalized an infrastructure that can be translated to really any organization that deals with very complex systems. Because, I'm working with state government, federal government, grant compliance, all of these things matter, but how we're running them, it truly was an interesting way to be able to collaborate with individuals, but to be able to pull it together and create a framework that works holistically and takes account of people. I'm not forcing issues. I'm bringing them in and teaching them, and allowing them to foster and collaborate and learn about these tools as well.
Okay. Now, when it comes to Trajectory PMC, how does your human approach to project management specifically, how does that serve the mission of these organizations? Like, can you answer that?
Absolutely. And it really comes back to being the value of humanity.
Okay.
Again, and I'm going to keep saying it because people matter.
Okay.
I'm a big believer AI is not going to take over anything that I'm working on because my knowledge and documentation that I had for this infrastructure, I dropped it in to an AI tool and it helped me organize the information. So that way I was able to refine it based on the flow of how my work proceeds, and also what didn't work, what's working, what's the best process and methodology to be able to move this forward for the Sovereign PMO framework. So I was able to utilize the AI tool to help me get there. Now, how it is with how I'm utilizing with the Trajectory PMC, it really, because it's based on the values of individuals. I see you, I hear you. I don't come in and tell you these are all the things that's not working with your organization. It really is. I meet them where they're at. Like, hey, let's talk about what's working well, what's not working well. Or you don't have anything. And I come in, I'm like, these are steps and things that I've done with other clients that have made, been successful. They might not be able to take on everything that I have to offer, but if we could put something together that works for them right then, and then we can always come back and visit, structuring further, advancing their systems. But at the end of the day, it is really taking hold of what an organization's capability are right at that moment. Can you handle this? Do you have the staff and the capacity to be able to put in place these resources? I can come in, help set that up. We can automate that. There's a lot of systems out there right now that utilize AI. I utilize a project management information system that has AI functionality in it, which is fabulous. And so setting those up for and setting up an organization or a department up for success to be able to utilize these tools, to give them space to work on other things. We shouldn't, at the end of the day, companies want to do more with less, right? Less overhead, less staff.
That's true.
And how can we utilize AI to help with that?
Very true. Very true. So, Keisha, let me ask you a question now. So, your position is very strategic as well. Now, the detail that I want to ask you of yours as a whole, as your seat within the group, the pivot group, what is it that your value brings to the table? Like, it doesn't have to be just the value. What you have, what you possess, what you are to the group, what is that big piece? Because I want you to make this clear on a path, because a lot of people need what you want or have to work with you a lot more than the usual because you're on the creative side. So, being on the creative side of things, what is your value?
So my value to this company is to bring the soul. I go to the people who are never seen, who think they're just average, like regular, move around invisible, hoping that they're just normal. I'll go in, I'll clock in, and I'll get home, that's enough. But there's more in me, and I can't figure out what it is. And for me, what I bring to this beautiful organization, the AI Pivot Group, is the soul of it. I go to you. I want to know how you feel. And then if you need me, let me create something in the way you feel. If you were struggling and you don't know like which path to take, let me structure you. Let me help you position yourself to where you can actually see your value, and then go to what your calling is. Because most of the time what we do for a living isn't always our calling. That's just something that we do. And what I have found, like dealing with AI, was I found me in it. So I bring in that part, the missing part, where it's great to have like big organizations and a big record and a big profile and a great resume. But I'm coming from a place, I wasn't in corporate. I didn't go off to college. I just made creative things. And then I wanted it bad enough in my 40s. I wanted it bad enough. And I was presented an opportunity because somebody saw me before I did. And when it was brought to me, it was like a whole new life was birthed in me. And I was like, oh my God, this is what I should have been doing. What was I doing? And then once I found it, it's like I'm still becoming. So I haven't all the way found my voice in it, but I have so much to give. But I'm coming from a different space. I'm coming from, I didn't have a lot growing up. I had the basic. I was happy. I was good, but I didn't have a lot of options. So I did what I had to do. And I've been in survival mode. So now I'm awake now. And I'm like, hold on, you've been asleep too long. There's something in you. And whatever that is, go talk or have a conversation with AI and dig through your stuff to figure that out. And then find you a plan. And then once you find your plan, follow through with it. I mean, because it doesn't judge you. Every day you can go in there in an app of AI and talk to it, and it'll start you over. I didn't have a good day yesterday. Let me delete that. Let's start over. Fine. Come on. What you got for me today? Like, it's so much more. For me, it wasn't on trying to, structure. It wasn't on that level. I didn't have a structure. I just was living. And then when I started with this group, I started to find I do have purpose. Like I thought I was just out here. I'm gonna be real. I thought I was just out here, ain't nobody paying no attention. And then when I started digging in AI, I created a whole lot of things that I can give a lot of people, and I can also help you. I mean, I do a whole lot of stuff. I do journaling, and I was writing journals when I was younger. Now I can create them because of AI. I used to do art with hand, drawing in a drawing pad. Now I use it using AI. I just put in the right words and synchronize them the right way, and bam, there go this beautiful image. Things that no one ever dreamed of. And sometimes when you have like a business plan, you need an idea that pushes that. Put it in people's face, stop them in they stroll. Hold on, what is that? I want to know more about it. Then the music come in. Then you got the all. That's what I bring. I bring the life. I bring a life to it. Like whatever it is, if it's dormant, I want to pull that out. So that's what I think, and I believe I bring to AI Career Pivot Group.
Okay. What's going on? It's your boy Duan Barrino from Not Just Music Podcast. I have a very special offer for you guys via morelabs.com. If you're that type of person who loves to drink coffee, but you don't want to always drink coffee, or if you're the type of person that doesn't drink coffee at all, but needs a very much needed boost in the morning, we have something for you. Morning Recovery Supplement. It is very, very useful. It is very, very highly effective. Also, if you're the type of person that, you got drunk the night before and you wake up in the morning, you had a hangover, guess what? It works for you too. All right. So at the end of the day, if you head over there to morelabs.com, we have something set up for you already at checkout. All you have to do is enter the code NJMP and you will receive 25% off instantly. How about that? Can you beat that? Head over to morelabs.com, all right? Peace.
So, I love that. But everybody who meets you, Keisha, and if they don't know you yet, you are the life. Like you do bring it out. It doesn't matter who it is. You bring it out of people.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing to have accessibility to something like this. And I'm gonna ask another question of you. So to the accessibility to AI, I asked Aunt Ken the same question. The accessibility to AI has changed the way a lot of people look at things. Some look at it good, some look at it bad. But there's one thing that you said that was captivating to me is the human value. Now, your human value makes a lot of sense because you pointed out things that a lot of people don't usually bring up about AI. And it's that structure of the personal, make it really a personal thing to where it captivates that person. Why do you feel, and this is in your own way, why do you feel that the human value that comes to AI is still important? Do you think that it's because people don't because you can really create a fake situation if you don't watch yourself. But at the same time, if you put in the correct values, it can really touch a person that's really dead on me, or that's really dead on her, or that's really dead on who they are. Why does that human value matter?
Because a machine can't see you.
Mm-hmm.
It can't. It can't read you. It only goes by whatever you tell them. So if you tell it a lie, it's going to give you back all the beautiful lies. The human person is going to be like, yo, what are you doing? That don't even sound right. The AI going to be like, well, I think that's a great idea. And you be thinking, really? You done got hyped up, and where's your plan? What did it look like? Who did you talk to? And what AI also does, it tells you when you go deep, it be like, hold on, you might need to go talk to somebody who can carry this weight for you. I'm not the right person. They got guardrails in there for that reason, because people I'm an introvert, so I don't be outside. I don't mingle a lot with people. So when I first got involved with it, it was I had to wait, hold on, you're not real. But if you're not familiar with it, you'll go too deep. And you need to have a person in there that be like, hold on, you talk a lot about who you talking to, Claude. You talk a lot about Claude. Why? Like, I get it. He's great. But who else outside of that are you talking to? Because you need a human have to be in the loop. You have to have somebody to put guardrails on people.
Yeah.
Because AI can't see you. It
True.
can't. It
True.
can't see you.
That's
It can't
true.
feel you. It has no idea you having a bad day and you about to jump off the edge. It's gonna be like, go talk to somebody. It's gonna
Yeah.
tell you the same thing when we gonna be like, why was you gonna do that? That
Yeah.
was stupid. Come on, let's sit together. Let's talk about it. It's not gonna do that. It can't replace a human. I don't care how good it is technology wise. You have to use it in technology. But when you start bringing it into the real world, it works there. But you got to know it is still an operating machine. It is a tool to make you better than what you were. They'll bring things out of you, but it's really you talking to you. It's really you putting in the work and sorting out all them visions. And then you got to make a decision. This what I want? Because it ain't gonna just pop out and then you make $1 million. Like where, who? There are systems that do it, but the person have to be there to put it in there.
Put it in there.
If I create an image, how does it know that it has brown hair, blue eyes? How does it know that I want it to be 5'4"? If I just go, I want a man, but it's gonna pop out with it. No, so you need to have me in there to show them this is what it looked like. This is how it's a feel. It can't do that. It cannot see you and it cannot feel you. That is why you need a human right here, us, who will guide you. And when you go in too deep, we're gonna be like, come back. No, we hear you, and we're gonna make a plan. But he ain't always right. But you got to have people here who have experienced those bridges. You can't just jump in there like that. I be telling you, you don't want to just jump in, but you want to have the human that'll talk you through it because it just can't see you. It can't hear you. It just
Yeah.
But
These are for the Not Just Music podcast community. These are the reasons why I wanted these individuals on this platform to show you how realistic situations can tie into AI to make them better, meaning the human values of a person. Make it go a lot better, no matter if it's in a business field. You've heard the difference from Trajectory PMC to trademark situations. There are a lot of different values. Creative need pictures, video. Yes. As you heard Keisha say, journal. Like there are so many aspects to this whole entire AI picture that a lot of you don't take serious. The future of it is considerably not really the future anymore. It's already going on.
It's here. It is.
So for the sake of it being here, you might want to find your useful way into
That's right.
This whole entire situation because you like literally you would get left behind. Just let's just say that. You get left behind if you're not careful to watch. So my next question is for Emilia. So as we're coming to a close, because we can kind of make sense of y'all did excellent at explaining, and I appreciate y'all doing this. But there are a couple things that I want to ask before y'all go. To conclude, I wanted to ask, you brought up a situation that I saw in your notes, and it said, the question I'm going to ask of it is, how has your definition of success changed since moving from proving your value to owning your value?
Wow. That's a very good question. And it really comes from believing in myself and finding my voice. And utilizing an AI tool and all of the information that I had, and being able to put it into a platform that helped me organize it, what I found that it really brought me to a place of I did have all that information because a lot of times, because I have ADD, I wasn't diagnosed until a year ago. And so one of the things is like I felt as though I was always over processing a lot of information all the time, sometimes getting to narrow down to a specific thing. It could be challenging at times. And so being able to take it all, put it into a tool to help me structure it, continuing to refine it until I got it to where I wanted it to be, my work. And it lining up. And I was like, to me, it was such an incredible tool to be like, I did know everything that I was talking about all these years.
That's right.
And here's the proof. Because I had everything in documents all over the place. But being able to bring it together, to put it structure to it into an integrated process, in utilizing this tool, it really helped me, and it really made me feel like I now bring value to the things that I'm working on because I have the knowledge, the years of knowledge, and I've been able to create something that shows that.
Same thing with you, Keisha. But I'm gonna switch the question a little bit because it's fine tuning it for you. So you answered it in a sense where the part where it gave you. So I give it to you like this because me and you, we grew up together. So I have to add the personal value here. We grew up together.
We did.
Knowing you, being with you for so many days, week in, week out, we around each other hanging, running streets of Sugar Creek and all our time. We literally
don't do that. But go ahead.
We literally grew up together.
Right.
But the value of what I see now has totally it's totally changed. It's a beautiful thing to see you in a different light where you're opening up. So how does opening up feel? How does it feel to open up now more? I mean, I've never seen you this open.
How
does it feel?
It feels freeing. Like I feel free. I feel like I no longer have to be what people keep assuming that I am. Like I'm actually just being, like I don't worry much. I never really did, but this is different. It's like I care enough to change for me, so it feels liberating. It feels new. I'm nervous, but I'm overexcited more. So it's like I'm so want to show who I am because for so long I didn't know who that was. So I had nothing to give people. And then now I'm like, okay, hold on. Oh, okay, I get what I am. Now I know how I want to present it. So it's freedom. It feels like freedom. Like it feels like freedom. Alignment. Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You feel seen. You feel heard.
I feel seen. I feel heard. But it's like for me, I'm like a background person, which I always was. But the more I'm up in front, it seems like when I talk or whatever, people listen, and I be just like, but I never am the one that care to talk. I'm like, just I got you. You ain't even gotta put me on the spot. I'm okay. But to be here in it, it feels good, but it feels like me, and it feels free.
And that's the part. That's the part what it's supposed to be. This is supposed to be liberating. This is supposed to be changing. This is what I hear when you bring up these AI conversations now. Like, it's good to be tied into a group of people that understand it and know the difference in having the human values, and then having this new structure, this new system, and bringing them both together. Like that was the whole entire point. What I feel the AI group brings to the table. AI Pivot Group, again, that's what the name of this is. I definitely want to praise both of you, appreciate both of you,
Been
and
great. You did so
thank
good.
both of you for coming through to the Not Just Music Podcast platform. It is nothing that I would ever think of to do it any other better way than with two humans
Right. That part.
versus
Okay.
two
Yeah.
AI robots or something fake.
Okay. You know,
And I
they
can
don't
really,
have that. They
yeah,
just don't.
yeah. So
They
to,
can't
to
pop. You know what I mean?
yeah, to
You
be
know?
in to
Yeah.
be in this situation, we're
That's right.
real people. We can touch, we're
Yeah.
physical. But
Absolutely.
for
Yes.
the sake of this is really, again, this all jokes aside, this is helpful.
Yeah.
This is something I do at the end of my podcast. I always tell people to ask for help. If you and it's the case of the asking for help though, you don't ask for help with the kind of open hand where you just continuing to come back with the open hand. I always say ask for help and be a sponge.
Yeah.
Learn from the things that you get from people. That's why I ask the questions that I ask y'all, because this will help people understand. These are real people.
Right.
These are not like actors. These are not like, something I just, came up with some crazy written idea and we were putting on a show. These are
Right.
real people. These are real people with real situations,
Right.
things that are helpful, or people who are going through things or have gone through things and learned things, and they can give it to you. So hopefully you all in Not Just Music Podcast land gain some information from these two beautiful people. Again,
Thank
Keisha and
you.
Amelia, we appreciate y'all for coming through.
It's been
Autism
great.
autism community, I love y'all. Y'all
Love
continue to
you.
strive. Y'all continue to
Absolutely.
make big moves. And at
Yes.
the end of the day, keep God first.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Until next time, we appreciate y'all for coming through Not Just Music Podcast.
Been our
And
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Bye.
we are out.
Okay.
Bye.